James Jimmy Hall. Also known as Jimmy number 1.
Don't let anybody go
This is a mean Willie. I mean, this is the Willie that was rugged and ready to tumble. But I have a message from someone who hoped to be another fun surprise today. And anyway, I want to send my apologies to everyone. I have a pinched nerve, and my orthopedic doctor has told me I must stay off my feet. I cannot stand up, and I'm very sorry and heartbroken as I wanted to meet all the fans. Hopefully I can see you all in the future, and I hope everyone has a great time. Kay Jackson. She really has talked over She's a physical fitness person. She's doing her best to feel better. And so, in the meantime, we're going to have some door prizes coming up and a couple of special announcements. Let's start with Guy Haynes.
Hi, everybody. Enjoying your chicken? Hey, where are the Smyth-Lentz fans? Oh my God. We are going to pose for a picture, probably allow you some time right after the banquet to go get your chickens and your shirts. I feel bad for the people that don't know about Smyth-Lentz, but they'll learn about it later. We're hoping to get Mr. Jim Storm to join us in the picture, and when we send the picture to Smyth-Lentz, we'll say, here's Mr. Jim Storm, this is the Dark Shadows Festival. Jim Storm has been on Trilogy of Terror on Smyth-Lentz, and maybe this will encourage them to show me the Dark Shadows. So get your stuff. We're going to meet over by where registration is. It looks like we might have a huge group, so we might have to go out into the lobby. It's all going to be at Jim's convenience. So we might have to wait for him a while, so bear with us. Thank you very much.
Now please welcome Jason for Big Finish.
Hello. I'm actually here to apologise. And the apology is because the courier service, which was used to get all of our stock from Chicago to here, managed to reroute it to Albuquerque. And then apparently they had a first tire. And then apparently they had something else happen. And so subsequently, we've had no stock this weekend. So thank you everyone who's come up to chat to us and say how much they've been enjoying the Dark Shadows audio dramas. On your table today, you will see a card like this, which on the back is a QR code, and that will take you through to the website for ordering it. We'll give you 50% off until Wednesday. And also we were supposed to have the 60th anniversary special this weekend. Again, that's in a truck in Albuquerque. And that would have contained Return to Hollywood and Vengeance at Hollywood. And also a couple of readings by John Pitt as well, which were very special. Those are still available to order online, either from Big Finish or from the Doctor Who store in the US. No tariffs. So thank you very much for that. Apologies once again.
Curse of Dark Shadows has been in full effect because not only Jason's CDs not get here, the legacy book that the Spirit of Catherine and John Logan and Ansel and the group effort, that's been delayed, along with the new Nora book, and Patty has done a great Saitama Shop book that I guess has been delayed, but good things come for those who wait. And I think Dark Shadows fans know that as well as anyone, right? But how about giving a warm hand to our First Lady of Dark Shadows, Catherine Lee Scott. Catherine is going to introduce
Well, this is meant to be a toast. Do we pick up our glasses of water? All I can say is, this is such a magical weekend. I mean, can you believe how many people are still involved with Dark Shadows? 60 years later, I have to say, I was living in England when Dark Shadows put their broadcast at ABC. I had no idea about this burgeoning fandom until I was back in Los Angeles and ran into Laura Parker at an audition. And she said, you can't believe it. I mean, there are reruns of Dark Shadows. And next weekend, there's going to be this gathering of Dark Shadows people there, and I know that Humber the Straight is going to be there, and Johnny Carlin, and Jerry Lacy. So I went, and I couldn't believe it. It people in costume from Dark Shadows, and it was just wonderful. But I had no idea that this was all starting. And those were the days when I remember Kathy Resch and Marcy Robin and Janet, and I think Barbara Lister-Liltz was running them. And then our lovely Jim Pierson took over in 1983. These wonderful festivals have been going on since 1983. And that's when we used to do these in New Jersey at, I can't remember, the Gateway Hotel, something like that. And we used to sit signing autographs until 2 in the morning. I'd sit next to Joan Bennett, signing autographs until 2 in the morning. May I ask how many of you were actually there in those early days? I've seen some of you. Yeah, Guy Hansen, yes, Robert. Yes, I've seen a lot of you that I recall from way back when. So, I am told that this is the last Dark Shadows festival.
No way!
I think we've got quite a future ahead of us. So. As a matter of fact, a lot of my Dark Shadows castmates will be with me at Lyndhurst. Halloween. So, around the East Coast, please join us then. That'll be really fun. And I do want to say, this has been especially wonderful. And to see the gals from the 1991 series yesterday. Who played Maggie. I mean, I'd never met her before. That was really fun. And to have Kathy Curtis with us, and so many people that we haven't had at festivals before. So this has really been fun. And a lot of it is due to Jim Pierson. Not have Dark Shadows without Dan Curtis, but we would not have the legacy of Dark Shadows without Jim Pierson. These are just wonderful get-togethers, and they also wouldn't happen without all of the volunteers. Nina Johnson. As soon as I start naming names, because I won't name everybody, but these events don't happen by themselves. So we've got a lot of people to thank. So I don't have anything to raise except my hands. Let's just congratulate ourselves on another wonderful.
Thank you for those kind words, Catherine. It's time to give everybody some chances to win some Dark Shadows goodies. But before that, I also wanted to also single out Mary over there for all the work she's done. Where is Sarah, the friendly ghost? Where is she? I'm going to summon you up, beckon you. Dark Shadows have a lot of beckoning, right? And we're going to dole out a few Dark Shadows door prizes.
Will I get one?
Does every table have a number by now? Okay. Because I think they ran out of numbers and had to go to the drugstore. So what we'll do is one person on each table should be designated person number 1, and then just count clockwise to 10 or 12 if you got 12 at your table. But and then you'll all have a seat number as well as a table number. And then we'll just plucking some numbers out. Exempt the guest stars, you could be lucky one. So, I guess you might win an autograph photo. Okay, so let's go now to Sharon. You want to pick out a chair number? I mean, excuse me. You know what? I'm reversed the darn thing. That is the table number in the bowl, not the. So if number 5 is the seat, okay? All right. Pick 11. Sharon, if you would pluck out the table number. Yes, it's the table number. Don't tell them about it. No, here, sorry about that, Donna. It's table 13, seat number 5. Come on down. They've won the Hermes Press reprint of The Foe of Barnabas Collins. Where are you from? Where'd you come from? New Jersey. New Jersey, there we go.
Yay, Dan! Yay, Dan!
Okay, let's come on number 2. Yes.
Okay, table number. Are we ready?
Yes.
Table number. There's nothing on it. Oh, no, that's wrong. Table 16.
16. Okay, seat number 8.
Mikey!
Okay, he wins. Catherine Lee Scott reading The Demon of Barnabas Collins, the audio version of the original Dan Ross.
Yay, Mikey!
Catherine, you've read all 32 of those suckers. They are, Barnabas is in most of them, so they're suckers. Okay. All right, so this is the next table.
I'm sorry, I want to get bigger now. Table number 12.
Okay, seat number 2, table 12. Is there not somebody in seat number 2?
Yeah.
Table 12?
John, you won!
Okay?
Hurry up.
We're not going to force you if you're shy. But, send your neighbor.
Come on, I can't run down there.
John Covello. This must be rigged. Okay. He wins an 8x10 of 3 of our loveliest of ladies, dear Laura, Catherine, and Marie, photographed by Associated Press and Lyndhurst. Okay, Sharon, who's the next?
Table 46.
46, 46, seat number 10.
Come on down.
Rather. Back up. Yes, yes. And David Selby, who was so sad he couldn't make it this weekend, he's given us a trilogy of his books. My Mother's Autumn was his first poetry book. Then he did a book called Happenstance Poems. And then Lincoln's Better Angel. So that's a collection of David Selby. Riverside, California. Okay. Thank you. Be well.
Okay. Somebody says?
Let's do it.
14.
Table 14, seat number 3. Hey there, you get 2 DVDs. Dark Shadows Reunion was when we got together for the Museum of TV and Radio with Dan Curtis, and then we got the Vampire Blues. And where are you from? Where are you from? Atlanta. Okay.
Sir, she said she was telling you you're going to be in
Atlanta next weekend.
Yeah, yes.
Peach season.
Number 48, or table 48.
48, table 48, seat number 9. Do we have a seat 9, table 48? That's a bit of light. So you're going to be in Atlanta at Monster Ranch. Well, you and Catherine and Jim Storm next week.
Monster-Rama?
Monster-Rama. Are any of you going to be back in Atlanta next week besides our fellow Lucy,
Catherine and Jim.
Sharon, and Jim?
Yes, thank you. That's what Valerie knew where we were going.
Hey man, where are you from? New York City.
New York.
Well, you just won from NPI a Barnabas ring. Sharon will open her hugging booth after lunch. Yes. somebody to jump up and claim a prize?
What seat?
But just basic math involved here, nothing too. Okay, yeah. Where are you from? Orlando. Wow. Now, we've got our favorite musical man, Bob Kober, some of his jazz and big band music, and an audio book of the Dark Shadows Companion. We've got a couple more here, and then we'll bring out some after dinner entertainment.
Me and Richard. 35. Hello, 35. What seat number? You didn't see
One. See, one.
This is a pro event.
The hotel ran out of ticket stubs.
It's almost like my facial expression. It looks like little Sarah. Don't worry. Come on. Go ahead. Hurry up. Let's go. Hurry up, come on.
Here's the
Oh, there you are.
Turn it around.
Excuse me, this is a prize. Where are you from? Where's she from? Omaha. We're hitting over there. Would you like to take the prize? Okay, we've got one more prize and then it's showtime. There's some rubber bands out. I'm looking at your rubber band. All right, one more chance. Yeah. Well, that's a table. We can't do one for every table. It's a luck of the draw. There we go. This is
42.
table 42, seat number 4. We have Where are you from? Pennsylvania? Well, you win to cover all the bases DVD set of 1991 Dark Shadows. Yay! Well, thank you, Sharon. We've done it, and for those of you who didn't win, I know there's still MPIs out in the lobby and some other friends. We'll have more autographs in just a
The
bit.
Rookie Prize, and you didn't bring here. You have to come to my table and get a hug.
That's right. Free hugs and everything.
Okay, Sharon, they can't hear you in the
All
back.
right, thank you so much. Yes. All righty, Ansel, would you like to come up and carry on the next segment?
Do you need cream? Do we have any cream for that
Seriously, Mary O'Leary did an amazing job putting this together. I spent many long nights with phone calls with her.
And 9 up.
What am I supposed to be up here? Well, we were supposed to have an elaborate stage performance. I was going to direct. Catherine then refused to pay my Directors Guild rate. So the job fell to Patrick McRae, who, I don't know where he is. Are you in here, Patrick? Shout? No? Well, he flung himself in front of a moving car because the job is so stressful. So we had 10 scenes. We're now down to 2. So, we're gonna have fun. And the only thing that's guaranteed is that Valerie Storm will take photos of it. But before that, I did want to bring up a very special person. I worked with, I'm gonna get emotional. I worked with Chris Pennick many times. He was great. He was a true character, an amazing volcano of energy. And Lynn is here. And
Microphone.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes. I asked him to wear the t-shirt that Chris created. Mary called me and said, can you speak about Chris? And I was a little hesitant because I'm not much of a speaker. So I finally said, well, could you get questions from the fans and I'd be glad to answer those? So she sent me a list of questions. I'm going to answer them. But first of all, I want to thank you for having me here to speak at the Dark Shadows 60th and talk about your chief villager, Mr. Pennick. Married for 35 years. And I did many of the festivals with him. Okay, people ask about his acting and how he became an actor. As a child, Chris used to go to movies with his dad, and he loved movies. His favorite actor was Errol Flynn, I think who did Robin Hood or something. And then later, as a young teenager, he adored James Dean. That was his idol. Okay, next. He did acting in high school, grade school, regional theater, different places. And finally attended the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York. While at the Academy, he did several Broadway plays. When he was in A Patriot for Me on stage, the casting director from Dark Shadows saw him and said, he has interesting eyes. He laughs because he was naked. They mentioned his eyes. So he went in for Jeb Hawks and got the part. He also did 6 or 7 characters on Dark Shadows and went on to do hundreds of TV shows, films, and theater all his life. And I'm going to jump to, someone asked, He was on Cagney and Lacy once, but he did not work with Johnny Carlin on that. I had to Google it. Okay, about the comic books. Chris, at age 5, won the Milton Bradley Children's Art Contest. I think he got $500 back in the 40s. He drew a picture of what was a cowboy killing an Indian, and they titled it Man Digging. So he kept drawing, he loved to draw, he had imagination. He drew comics all his life. And I have comics at home that he drew before these. Anyway, how did that come about? I think in 2000 or around that, Chris thought, maybe I can sell something at these festivals that we go to every year. So we were thinking, what can you do? What can you do? And he goes, I know I could do a comic book about the show. So he wrote Fear and Loathing on Dark Shadows. Based on Hunter Thompson's book about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's where he got the idea. So that was part 1, how he came to New York, how he got the part, what it was like on the show. But it's very exaggerated and you can't believe half of it to be true. And then there was a part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. Then he ran I don't know if David Block is here, but he ran the New York Marathon with David Block he's legally blind, so Chris was leading him. But it turned out that Chris wasn't in that great a shape at the time, so David was pulling him along, and they came in basically last. So he wrote the comic about Fear and Loathing of the New York City Marathon. Then he wrote Buddhism for Wolves, which is really, I've had some Buddhists come up to the table and buy it, love it. And Fear and Loathing of Facebook. So then he did, the malignant dwarf is the character in his comics that he becomes. So all of a sudden Chris is the malignant dwarf. That's the malignant dwarf. So he drew his malignant dwarf and made this t-shirt. It's around the time when the no fear t-shirts were out. And he goes, oh, I think more fear. So I have all those for sale. And next was about Dark Shadows. Okay, someone had wanted to know where we met. We met in Kathmandu, Nepal. We were both at Tibetan Buddhist retreats in 1988. And a couple of months after meeting, I was here, I lived in Hawaii at the time. I came to California and I went to my first Dark Shadows Festival at Griffith Park with Louis and Joe, and they're here. They came to my table the other day. They did a video of us, which was really fun to watch. He was saying, this is my fiance, and we'd met a month before. Which is true. Okay, on and on. How many festivals? I'm guessing 40 or 45 festivals he attended. Most of them. I don't know how many there were, but probably that many. Then someone said, who is his favorite actor to work with? Nancy Barrett. He said she was such an excellent actress and she made it easy for him and he really liked her. It'd be great if she was here. His favorite part was Gabriel Collins in the wheelchair. He liked it because he was so evil. And his favorite storyline, I don't know, but I'm guessing the Cyrus Longworth, John Yeager. And then someone said, how did Dark Shadows compare to other soap operas? And I know it doesn't compare. It was completely different. He loved it. It was his first TV show. He got to play 6 or 7 characters. They didn't have teleprompters. Yeah, it was really intense, but he loved it. And the question was about the fans. What surprised him the most about the fans? And here's the answer. I know this is true. He loved how loyal and loving all the fans were. And he really loved talking to you guys at the festivals. He loved talking to you on social media. And every year it just got more and more. And I know all the other actors probably feel the same way about it. So love the fans. And that might have been the last question. So I'm going to thank you for having me here today to speak about Chris.
It's Chris. Also, just speaking about Chris, I think some of you guys might have seen a movie I did called The Job Interview with John and Carlin and Catherine and Laura. And it's finally coming to Blu-ray. It's finally It's part of the Theater Fantastique, which was a series that Chris and I did. We did, I think, like 15 episodes. It's coming to Blu-ray. I'm sure that Danielle, who is also amazing, Penny Dreadful, who's fantastic, and Stuart and they'll put it up on their site so you guys can find it. But another announcement, just Bridget, who assists David Selby, she just wanted me to remind you guys to stop by her table to sign a get well card for David's wife Chip, who is not, she's recovering, but that's why David's not here. And also, there's another David who assists Marie Wallace, and you can get some of her photos, and she's doing autographs, so you can still get autographs from Marie if you stop by the other David's table. Yeah. And then Valerie asked me to say she found an earring. What is it? It's a spider web. Go to her, she'll take a picture of you with it. She might even get Jim Storm in the picture with it.
Testing. We're going to stand up.
Whatever. We could line up.
Well, we were almost married.
Well, we were probably sitting down when we did the scene. I don't remember. Okay, who's making the hum?
No, it's okay.
Right.
We're too close together. All right.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'll sit down there. All right. Hi, honey. How you doing?
I have the first slide.
Yeah.
Trask. You don't think very highly of my profession, do you?
Did I offend you, Lamar? I am so sorry. It's just that the thought of making one's living from the dead, it doesn't fascinate me.
Death is a fact of life, my dear, and it must be dealt with tastefully and with reverence. The Trask Chapel is an institution in Columnsport.
Now, do you mind if we don't discuss the Trask Chapel this evening?
But it is my livelihood. Must not be treated frivolously. But we're not here to discuss my profession. The fact is, there is very little time left before your father returns,
and I think I am entitled to an answer from you.
You mean you think you're entitled to the answer that you and Father have already decided upon? Well, no, you're not. Lamar, my answer is still no. You are not the man for me.
I may assume then that there is someone else.
You may assume nothing. Someday, I'll meet a man, a stranger whose goodness and gentleness will overwhelm me. I'll be amazed by an air of mystery that surrounds him. Now, he will be courtly and charming, and he'll love me the way I want to be loved. I have always dreamed of that man. I know we were destined to meet. Stage direction. Barnabas secretly observing. Back to me. Why are you being quiet, Lamar? Is it because you realize the man I've just described is not you?
What you've just spouted is a lot of romantic gibberish, if I may say so.
You may say whatever you feel. I felt it was a painless way of saying goodbye.
You are making a very grave mistake. Your father and I have entered into an agreement. I suggest you come to your senses and comply with that agreement.
I knew from the moment I met you that I would never marry you. I resent the way you and my father have plotted this little marriage scheme. I resent being treated like a parcel of real estate. Oh, leave me alone. Go back to Collinsport and bury someone. You seem to enjoy that so much.
Good night, Roxanne.
Goodbye, Lamar. Pierson, it's time for you to show up, Jim. Well, we don't have the song and dance prepared. Do you have anything you could say about burial?
This is not going as planned.
Wonderful.
I was told we're doing one scene, and we're not doing that scene, we're doing this scene. No. All right, we're getting through it. All right, well, moving along, let's get Jim Storm up here to sing. Wherever Jim Storm might be hanging, because nothing is going according to plan. Classic Dark Shadows. Also, can I just call out, Lisa Richards is an unsung gem in this ensemble. She's in just a couple films of mine, but The Great Nick D, she's the funniest person in that movie. She's so good. And she was willing to get up here and perform, but I guess we're not doing that. Okay, I got an assistant director that wants to say something.
Oh, yeah.
We're improvising at this point, all right? Just bear with me. I don't want to be up here as much as you don't want to be up there. We're not doing that either? We're not doing that either, okay?
come on. Come on. What's his name?
Still got it.
All right, Lisa's going to come and tell us a good story about Johnny Carlo.
We're going to have a musical performance in just a couple minutes, but here's the lovely Lisa Richards to say hi to her constituency.
Johnny and I were, I just remembered, Johnny and I were in this play called The Assassination of Jean-Paul Sartre. Anyway, it was at Sharon, which is a crazy house. Anyway, I played Charlotte Corday, it's catatonic, and Johnny is Marat, who's in the bathtub. And he's in the bathtub. And all of a sudden, and that's his role, he gets stabbed. All of a sudden, I see Johnny jump out of the bathtub. And of course, he runs over to someone he's really angry at. And he disrupts the whole play. But that was part of his charm. And I thought that you might like to hear that.
Thank you, Lisa. I wanted to announce that upstairs, there's the theater on the second floor. When you take the escalator up, it's to the right. And this afternoon, we'll be showing the surprise video. We'll be circling it through so everybody can get a chance. Okay, so that's going to start up at 2:30 or 3. Let's see, it's 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's going to start at 3. Okay, and then tonight in that room will be House of Dark Shadows and Night of Dark Shadows. Okay, so for those of you who want a Saturday night at the theater or to pretend like you're at the drive-in 50, 60 years ago, it'll be a fun night upstairs because they're both the high-def restored versions, although Night of Dark Shadows we're still working on, so don't give up the faith, okay? And but it's a pleasure. We're going to get our musical man on stage next, right? Okay. Yep. Here comes Jim Storm.
Good lunch? Good time? Good? Yeah. Do you have a stamp? Earthquakes are big in California. Well, I hope you can hear. Okay, here's my stand. And for my next number, I'd like to do... Will you read about old Samson? Read about his birth. He was the strongest man that ever lived on earth. One day old Samson was marching along, and he spied on the ground an old jawbone. Just picked up that jawbone, wrung it around his head. When he got to moving, 10,000 was dead. If I had my way, if I had my way in this wicked world, if I had my way, I would tear that building down. With Samson and the lion got into attack. Samson, he climbed up on that lion's back. They read about that lion. He killed a man with his paws. Samson put his hands around that lion's jaw. He rode that old beast till he was dead, and the beast made honey in the lion's head. If I had my way, if I had my way in this wicked world, if I had my way, I would tear that building down. Where Delilah was a woman, she was soft, she was fair, she had a lovely looks, got those with old black hair. Delilah come into Samson's mind when he first saw the woman of the Philistine. Delilah, she climbed up on Samson's knee. Now, kind sir, won't you tell me where your strength lies, if you please? Where she talked so fine, and she talked so fair. Samson said, Delilah, you can shave my head, you can shave my head just as clean as you can. I will have the strength of a natural man. If I had my way, I would tear that building down. If I had my way, I would tear that building down. Something like that.
I'd like to say something, and just give a shout out to a guy that has worked endlessly for 40 years putting these events together. And I'd just like to say to him personally, Jimmy, thank you for everything, Jim Pierson. Try something a little softer.
Trying to make a living, I'm an old man at 39. My 2 kids and my ex-wife moved up to Riverside. I'm an agent on the border. I drive the back roads late at night. Mountains east of El Cajon, north of the Tecate line. Well, the California summer sun will burn right through your soul. In the winter you can freeze to death in the California snow. Sometimes I catch the ones I'm able to, let the others slip away. I may know their faces, I may even know their names. I guess they think we're all movie stars and millionaires. I guess they think their hopes and dreams will all come true up here. And I'll bet the weather's warmer down in Mexico. No one ever warned them about the California snow. Last year I found man and wife just around daybreak, lying in a frozen ditch north of the interstate. I wrapped them both in blankets, Lord, but she'd already died. They shipped that man all alone across the borderline. Well, I don't know where he came from or where they planned to go, but he carried her body all night long through the California snow. Now some of the things I've heard out here makes me think about my life. Maybe I'll just go back to Riverside, try to fix things with my life. Maybe I'll just get in my truck as far as I can go and leave them haunted ghosts of the California snow. Well, the California summer sun will burn right through your soul. In the winter you can freeze to death like California snow. In the winter you can freeze to death in the California snow. How many are first time to LA? Crazy. Yeah, well, welcome, welcome. This is an incredible city. It's an amazing city, and it's maddening too. But it's got some wonderful cultural events and great culture and diversity, and there's a lot of glorious things to see about the city. And on the other side, we have the traffic. And we have the parking. So anyway, this is a song that my brother recorded many, many, many years ago when he was a folk artist. He had a duo called the Other Singers, and then he later went on to work with Andy Williams on his show with a group called the Good Time Singers. And anyway, Mike recorded this one, and I thought this would be appropriate for all you newcomers. It was 8:05 a.m. a hot old July day. Hiker got up on the Garfield ramp where he wasn't supposed to be. He was hit by a Fairland Riviera in automatic drive, and a Chevrolet Bel Air Coupe, and he didn't stay long alive. On the day the freeway froze in Los Angeles, USA, was a wondrous affair, and I wish I'd been there on the day the freeway froze. Mr. Weston sat at his wheel, a hungry man was he. Well, up ahead was an unmarked truck from the Big Elms Bakery. So we opened the door marked D, found donuts glazed and glazed. Pulled on the door and the donuts flew just like the falling rain. Stanley Hackett, he had 10, he's quick. Huffy, he had none. So we sent his wife and 14 kids down the road to get him some. They found the Beacon van had stalled while some ladies worked the main.
set themselves up in housekeeping in the harbor outbound lane. But the greatest fun of all was the wagon load of rum. Was all dealt out with a generous hand to those who wanted some. On the day the freeway froze in Los Angeles, USA, oh, was a wondrous affair, and I wish I'd been there on the day the freeway froze. It was 80 hours, they say, till the jam began to flow. The last large bar was stowed away after 80 hours or so. 3,000 ice cream bars were sold to the sound of the auto horn. 23 people died that day, but 3 little babies were born. On the day the freeway froze in Los Angeles, USA. Oh, was a wondrous affair, and I wish I'd been there on the day the freeway froze. Somebody's very unique, a friend of mine who came, he was a writer for the LA magazine. He did an incredible article for the event here, and he is an authority beyond belief of the history of California and Los Angeles particularly. He's done enormous work in preservation of buildings, which is so vitally important. And I just would like to introduce to him, to you guys right now. This is Chris Nichols and his charming wife, Darlene. This is for my lovely wife, Valerie. Now so swift, rain won't lift, gate won't close, the ravens froze. Take your mind off of winter time, you ain't going nowhere. Wait, ride me high, tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Hold on, now we're gonna fly down in the easy chair. Well, I don't care how many letters they send. The morning came and the morning went. Pick up your money, pack up your tent. You ain't going nowhere. Away, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh Lord, we're gonna fly down in the easy chair. Well, Genghis Khan, he could not keep all his kings supplied with sleep. To climb that mountain you never had sleep when you go up to it. Ride me high, tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh Lord, we're gonna fly down in the easy, down in the easy, down in the easy chair. This is I love stories that have songs, historical songs, because every song has a story, but this is one that I picked up when I first started playing guitar by a guy by the name of Woody Guthrie. And and Ramblin' Jack Elliott's birthday is today. He's 95 years old, and I want to say happy birthday to him. He's a great pioneer and worked with Woody, of course. They all grew up together. He's probably the last one of that generation in music, that's still still playing actually. So anyway, I send out a great deal of love to him because he was as a young kid, he was a big influence on me. So anyway, this is a song. Anyway, I'll just play it. Come gather around me, children. Story I will tell about pretty boy floating outlaw Oklahoma, knew him well. Was in Oklahoma City on a Christmas day. Came a whole carload of groceries with a letter that they say. They say that I'm an outlaw. They say that I'm a thief. But here's a Christmas dinner for the family on relief. It's through this world of rimble. It's through this world I've roamed. I've never seen an outlaw drive a family from their home. It's through this world of rimble. Seen lots of funny men. Some will rob you with a 6-gun blood, some with a fountain pen. Last year, I had an incredible experience. I was up in a place called Turtle Mountain, which is the Chippewa Nation. They don't like to be called reservations for obvious reasons. And I had the privilege and an honor to spend the time with a gentleman by the name of Leonard Peltier. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Leonard, he is a Chippewa Lakota warrior who spent 49 years incarcerated in a federal prison for allegedly killing 2 FBI agents. And 30 minutes before President Biden left office, he signed clemency papers to Leonard. So he'd been there for 49 years, his whole entire life. And I was just so blessed that I had the opportunity to meet him because I'd been following this guy since the 70s. And we've always done, donating fundraising for him and wrote letters and did all sorts of stuff to get him free. So anyway, he's now free, I had the privilege of being up there meeting and photographing him. So in 49 years, he did over 900 paintings. And I mean, it's extraordinary. You go to this house, it's very, very humble, very quiet, but it's just jam-packed with all this work that he had done. And one of the paintings that just struck me is next to his lazy boy chair is this nice painting that he did of Geronimo in a 1909 Cadillac. He sits in the back seat and he's wearing a top hat and tails and everything. He's completely out of place and he's surrounded by 3 or 4 chiefs. It's a very famous photograph of him. And at one time I had taken a magnifying glass, and I was looking at the photograph, and I looked at that face of his, and it's shot in the distance, and you could see in the eyes, and it was an extraordinary experience. You could see, this is a guy, first of all, he surrendered. He was shipped off to Florida for 9 years, living in a 9x6 cell. Then they moved him out to Oklahoma where he died. He was never allowed to go back to his home in Arizona. And, but in this photograph, you see a real strength and resolve about his people and about himself. And he was photographed because the government wanted to show people that he had become acclimatized to the civilization, so to speak. But anyway, it's a wonderful thing. So there's a guy by the name of Michael Martin Murphy who wrote this song, and it's called Geronimo's Cadillac.
Geronimo in jail, way down south. They couldn't lift the gift for staying the mount. Sergeant, Sergeant, can't you feel something wrong with your automobile? Warden, Warden, listen to me. Be brave and set Geronimo free. Governor, Governor, don't you think it's strange you'd ever see a car on the Indian range? Hey boys, take me back. I want to ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Hey boys, take me back. I want to ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. People, people, didn't you know the prisoners ain't got no place to go? Took old Geronimo by storm, tore all the feathers off his uniform. They took his land and they won't give it back, but they sent Geronimo a Cadillac. Hey boys, take me back. I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Jesus told me, I believe it's true. The red man's in that sunset too. They took his land and they won't give it back. They sent Geronimo a Cadillac. Hey boys, take me back. I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. They took Geronimo in jail way down south. Wouldn't let the kid go stay in the mount. Sergeant, Sergeant, can't you see there's something wrong with your automobile? Jesus told me, I believe it's true. The red man's in that sunset too. Took his land and we won't give it back, but we sent Geronimo a Cadillac. Hey boy, take me back. I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Hey boys, take me back. I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. This land is your land, and this land is our land, my land. And this isn't political by any means, but it's something that I feel very strongly about, and something that I would like to share with you. That, you know, this is our country, and it doesn't matter Republican, Democrat, I don't care what it is, but this is our country, and it's really important that we preserve it. Things are going on, three things in particular. The Escalante, Two Barriers, and Charco Canyon. And this is preservation, not just of our history, but of our culture. And I encourage everybody to, when you hear those names, look it up if you're not familiar with it, because it is so vitally important for our young people to get a hold of it. This cannot be traded. This cannot be sold. This cannot be leased. This land belongs to us. So please. Okay, we've done this traditionally since I've started this, and thank you again all for coming. It's just I'm going to end this with this wonderful song, and everybody thinks it's kind of a downer in some regards because it supposedly deals with death. It doesn't. It deals with life going on. And
This is for people who have been with us on the show that we know and love very deeply, and this is a passing. It is not the end. So I would like to do this song. I want everybody, please, this is our last time, join in, scream if you want, yell, do whatever you want, but please, it'd be wonderful. Anyway, it goes, I'll just, you'll pick it up when I get to the chorus line. And there's a word in the Lakota language for goodbye. They don't have the word goodbye. They have a word that says toksha ake. And it means in their language, and also, by the way, they don't have a word for hate, which is very incredible, considering what they've gone through. There is no hate. No language in that. Anyway, so they have, it's called toksha ake, and it means we'll see you again soon, either in this world or the next.
I was standing at my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw them first come rolling, oh, today that family away. They circle, sing it out, big unbroken. Let me hear it. By and by, Lord, Lord, by and by. It's in the cabin, let's get some clapping going. Well, there's no better oh, waiting in the sky. Mr. Hershman, won't you please ride low? Yeah. Oh, that body he was holding. Oh, I did. Lord, God, it's in gold. Everybody, hey, circle. Be unbroken, oh, by and by, Lord, Lord, by and by. There's no better, oh, waiting in the sky, not in the sky. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. I will follow close behind and hold my head and be brave. But I could not hide my sorrow when you laid lying in the grave. Where may circle, sing it out, be unbroken, oh Lord, by and by, Lord, Lord, by and by. There's no better, oh, waiting in the sky, in that sky, in that sky, Lord, in that sky.
Sir Storm. Now, some of you were not here yesterday, and I know you're going to want to go up and visit many of our friends who are here, and they will be in autographs this afternoon. And the schedule is also going to resume with more panels here in this room. And the video room will be upstairs, and the theater, and that will be open shortly after 3 o'clock. The Jonathan Fripp Vampire's Cloak is at 6 o'clock with Mary O'Leary, the room discussing Jonathan's career and her involvement with his one-man shows and the continued interest in our favorite Barnabas. We have a memorabilia auction in here tonight with some collectibles, some one-of-a-kind stuff, some old scripts, and miscellaneous. So those of you who like to pick up artifacts or collect Dark Shadows memorabilia, I want to be here this evening. And we also have the Cy Thomas Shop session, Patty, and Patty, I'm homesick if you're listening with my horse story. But Karapidar. And she's become quite the expert on the builder of Dark Shadows, as some used to call it. So used to, for all these years, to have a Sunday afternoon banquet or dinner, and it doesn't seem like a Saturday. We've also got Mark Perry is going to be moderating a panel of the next generation of fans. So that'll be fun to see. The youngsters have turned on the Dark Shadows. Some of them actually came into the fold via the Johnny Depp film. So everything is a good thing, right? And as I mentioned earlier, James Hall is with us today. And, can we stand up? This is the Willie that John Carlin got rid of, right? But anyway, he's become a quite peaceable fellow, and so there's no firearms today, okay? And Richard Halpern will be hosting the costume gala. So for those of you who brought your Barnabas wigs and your Victorian gowns, your Dr. Hoffman lab coats, stethoscopes, okay? So feel free to go join in 8:30 this evening right here for the costume extravaganza, okay? So, on that note, we will be back to the races, okay? Anybody have any pertinent questions? Well, that's good. That's a first. But, if anyone bought the new Dark Shadows paper doll book and they're missing the Quentin page, somebody apparently did, you can pick that up at the front table. It has the Quentin paper doll page. And there's more of the paper doll books for sale at the very first table, along with the Marilyn Ross reprints of the Dark Shadows novels and the Capitalism Bible. So those are all the front table. And there's some Barnabas rings left, so that's kind of the end of the surplus, okay? But, all right, so it's on with the show, and Stuart Manning, you have something to say? Our British cousin is here for another day of merriment, and his Daytime Gothic magazine is beautiful, so go to Dark Shadows news page, on social media, Dark Shadows news page, and you'll get all the latest. Yes, the Constable players will also be doing the thing in here, and a humorous skit. So So you'll see the fans get together for a little